Welcome, friends, to the Dice Matrix. My name is Eric Tarver, and today we'll be discussing Yamatai. We're going to do the setup, how to play, and I'm going to show you the up-close and personal details of the cards, of the fleet cards, and special abilities thereof, and also the specialist cards. We will be playing as builders, competing for the favor of Princess Himiko, which, who wouldn't want to find her favor? She's very nice looking, right? And she's a princess. Who doesn't like that? Okay, well, here we go. Here's the setup. Welcome to the beautiful game of Yamatai, designed by Bruno Cathala and Mark Paquin. The first thing we're going to do is open up this beautiful board and put it on the table, where you have the entrances to where you're going to lay your little ship lines out to bring the goods to the islands, or archipelagos, and having this face up on the top where the specialist goes, and when you see the seashells on the bottom, so the board will go just like this. Next, find the fleet tiles, and then we'll put them out on the board. You're going to shuffle these things up really good, even though maybe my good isn't as good as your good. And then you have all these spots where they go, so you're going to randomly put them all out on the board, like so, matching in your little spaces. All 10 of them. And then you're going to flip over the first 5. Isn't that beautiful? Look at all the little ships and their abilities that you can have. Okay. Then we'll locate the building tiles and we're going to put them out. Make sure you shuffle them up first. I like to stick mine kind of to the right of the board in this area right here. And then you'll lay out 5 tiles face up. All the tiles have building costs to the left and victory points in the top right. There we go. We have our 5 set up here. Maybe do it a little nicer than me. The next thing you're going to do is find your culture tokens. They have a nice little insert inside the box, but I like to keep mine in a little plastic baggie myself because I like to turn my games vertical on the shelf. And then what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle these all up with the solid gray flour on the outside, and then you're going to spread them across all randomly, shuffle them up, and then put them on each one. There should be 33 of these culture tokens, and it'll look something like this. So now we have our culture tokens face down, and what we're going to do now is flip them all up. Okay, so here we have all the tiles, culture tokens, flipped straight up. And what you're going to do is you're going to look for the ones that are the same on both the front and the back. And those will represent islands that currently do not have any culture tokens. So you'll just remove all those off the board, which should be 4 of them, I believe. But one of them has a mountain symbol. So what you're going to do also is take the little mountain tokens out and place them underneath. And here are the mountain tokens. And you're going to find every little one culture token that has a little mountain symbol on it like that. You'll put a mountain token underneath it. So therefore, that little island has a mountain on it. And you'll repeat this process for all, I believe, 6 of these have it? Now that we got all the islands set up, what we're going to do is we're going to head back over to the box right here and locate these specialist tokens. So I can get my fingers in them. You're going to shuffle these guys up really good. Do shuffle, 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 but you probably want to shuffle better than me. I like to keep these at the top of the board, and what you're going to do is, in these empty spaces, you're going to flip over 5 of them. Yeah, these specialist tokens are really nice. It shows you their power that you get when you acquire them in stage 5, if you can, with culture tokens. And it shows you how many victory points, or in this game, it's actually called prestige points, they're worth. All right. So now you're going to find all your prestige tokens and just kind of set them off the board in a nice little pile. And then do the same thing with your sacred island tokens and put them in a little pile off the board somewhere. And then you're going to want to find your ships and money and group them in piles. And now we have the ships and the coins stacked nicely off to the side of the board here. You have your bamboo, which is the most, and then it goes incrementally down less ships. So you have the bamboo, which is the green, and then you have the wood, brown. These are stone. The red are the clay, and the most rare ship is the gold ships. They kind of look yellow to me, but the game calls them gold. And then you have your 3 different increments of your money. You'll have the 1, the 2, and the 10. Now that we have all that laid out, you want to go to your special buildings with the temples and the tories, and you're going to set them aside next to the structures. So that way, when a structure comes out that has that symbol on it, you can set it next to it. And we actually have this one here, and so we'll take the matching symbol and we'll set it next to it to remind the player that they're not placing a standard building during their game, that when they build this structure that they will place the special building instead. Now I have chosen the orange player here, which has all the nice steps to follow through the game, 5 simple steps. Then I will go and locate the standard buildings and the structures, and in a 3-player game you'll use 8. You can just put them on your little player board like this or close to you, however you want, and every player does the same. Alright, now each player will be given 10 coins, I guess in any increment that they want. Set it on your player board or next to your player board, and then everyone will take the starting turn, the turn order meeple matching their colors and hand it to one person. They'll shuffle them up and then lay them out in random order on the player board here on the seashells. So 1, 2, and 3, for example. And that will determine the first player order, which will be blue in this case. And that's the setup to Yamatai.